doing a physical exam on this walking horse. We're just going to go through the process that we do when we get a horse in here, and we're just checking him out to make sure that he's physically able to do what his job's intended to be. So this is supposed to be a 6-year-old walking horse, the gelding that's for sale. So the first thing we're going to do is get a weight on him and see what we got. So if you'll lead him around, we'll put him on the scales. Just like when you go to the doctor, they want to get a weight on him and see what they got, okay? So let's bring him on around and we'll get a weight on him there. And this gives us, a lot of this gives us reference points in case we have any issues in the future. We can compare where we're at. So as you can see, this horse weighs about 976 pounds. So we'll go inside and finish the rest of our exam. All right, Nick, bring him on in. We got him weighed, and we'll bring him in here where it's a little warmer because it's a little chilly outside this morning. So he's supposed to be a 6-year-old walking horse gelding. He's definitely a walking horse, definitely a gelding. So we're going to go up here and start at the head, and we're going to check and make sure that his age is correct. Because anybody that's dealt with horses and people selling horses, people buying horses, age can sometimes be something that's not necessarily the truth becomes known. So then the other thing is I like to get in front of the horse and look for symmetry. Make sure you get a good view or a good idea about the cranial nerves. As you all know, there's 12 cranial nerves, and a lot of them are right around the face. You know, the facial nerve, the optic nerve, olfactory nerve, and so we just palpate, look for any asymmetries. His age is 6 years old. I just check his teeth, make sure that they're in good shape. Then I like to just check for any odors, any drainage out of the nostrils. And you can see this horse is pretty symmetrical here. He looks pretty good. And then palpate the lymph nodes in under. Palpate the throat latch, just make sure there's good space in there. And then we come down, just palpate the ear, see how he is about putting a bridle or messing around his head. So we do that. And then I just work my way on down, listen to the heart and lungs. Usually on the right side of the lung field, there's kind of a blind lobe of the lung there that collects a lot of trash. So if horses have allergies or any past respiratory issues, a lot of times you'll pick it up on this side of the horse. Then we just listen for gut sounds. So everything seems to be good there, so we'll move on and we'll take a look at his eyes here while we're up toward the front here. And what we're looking for here is making sure his pupils dilate and contract, which they do. That all looks good. And we'll get another little exam looking back into the optic disc. Because vision gets to be a big part of a physical exam, just like it is in a person. And I'm going to get Kayla to help me here, and let's get a temperature on him. So this is Kayla, and I'm sorry, the person holding the horse is Nick. So then again, I just like to check everything that I can. Before it's over, I like to have my hands on just about all the horse, make sure there's no lumps or bumps that we pick up. All right. Just palpate his skeletal system. We just check for any tumors or issues that we can pick up. And make sure that we don't have any hernias. Make sure there's no adhesions from the castration. Everything feels good. All that feels good. And then we'll just palpate his legs here. Can you hand me the hoof testers, please? All right, now we're just going to hoof test him here as we go. Easy, bud. Everything feels pretty good, looks pretty good on that leg. We'll just work our way back, palpate as we go, checking tendons and soft tissue, hoof testing. Just looking at him, looks like he's about to do a reset. So,
the next order of business.
There you go. Palpate's pretty good there. Alrighty, so everything checks pretty good. As you'll notice, can you take him and just turn him a little bit? If you'll look at this right front foot, you can just bring him on around, Nick, so his right side's facing the camera. There we go, perfect. As you can see, this right front foot over here has got a little bit of a club to it, so we'll get an x-ray of that later on and see what we got, but you can see there's mismatched feet. Being a walking horse, that's not too uncommon, especially with generator bloodlines, and that's what he's out of, so that's pretty normal, but we will get some x-rays here in a second, see what that's like. I'm going to pull some blood on him. Alrighty. So there again, just like when you and I go to the doctor, they're always checking blood. We'll get a fecal here in a minute. I don't know that you get that done when you go to the doctor yourself, but we're going to do that here anyway. Alrighty. Then the other thing I like to do on all horses is just make sure that we don't, there again, have any tumors, any old scars left over from previous injuries. Because remember, this horse is for sale, so we want to make sure we get everything looked at. Palpate's pretty good. I just like to glance at everything. Alrighty, so far so good. So we're going to shoot us a couple of x-rays of these front feet. I want to give him just a little sedation here so he'll stand good. All right, let's bring him over to the x-ray. right. All right, we'll get gowned up here and get us some x-rays. So we'll put him on the blocks here so we can get us some good x-rays of these feet. Then I like to put dye on these feet so I can know exactly where the hoof wall is. So that way we've got a radiographic marker here. Okay. We'll start with this right front foot so we can get an x-ray of that. Back when me and you were growing up, Mr. Harris, it took forever to shoot an x-ray and get it developed. Now it's instantaneous. All right. Okay. So just to refresh, I normally don't shoot x-rays unless I see an issue on a physical exam. But we got this club foot on this right front. It's not bad, but we just want to take a view of it. So if y'all want to come over and look at the x-rays. So here is the right front foot. There is the left front foot. And you can see he looks pretty good. He's just got a little flare here. And there again, remember early on in our conversation, he's due a reset. So that's going to take care of a lot of this. He's got that dish in this foot, which means we just got to take a little of this toe off, bring this back good. Same way over here on the left one. But the reason for putting the marker on there is I can tell exactly where that hoof wall is. It should be parallel to this bone. And it is in both feet. This is a blood vessel foramen there, blood vessel foramen there. There's your navicular bone. This is your coffin bone. This horse got a lot of sole depth, which is good. The biggest thing is he just needs a reset, but no rotation, good angles, hoof tested good and sound in my opinion. So we'll wait on the blood work and the fecal, which we'll run those with the machines. And other than that, he's in pretty good shape, looks like.
Fly. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. You gonna follow me or you gonna look out there? Huh? Come in here and we get something to eat. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. Here. Say this is the biggest grocery store pet peeve. What would that be? Ken says the long lines is not enough registers are open. I agree. Penny says the online shopping carts that clog up the aisle. Bill says the jacked up cartwheels. I love that. And Matt says all them self-service checkout ladies. Yep, since the pandemic, nobody's working anymore. And then Julie says we'll need to rearrange the grocery store ASAP. What do you think? Hello, good morning.
Well, I'm going to take a wild guess. Is it eating the food like eating the fruit or bananas or apples to taste it?
That's it. Eating and tasting the food as you shop. Oh, having a good time, right?
Thank you.
Hey, well, yeah, that happens 80% of the time. We hate that. People pick up like a fruit.
seem pretty nice people. I've had them call me, talk to me about them, ask me questions.
Thank you.